Hello Aries, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time off to watch this video. I'm very honored to be doing this reading for you. Today I'm going to be doing a general reading for Aries for June 25th to the 1st of July. I'm going to start off with a mini Lenormand reading just to get the general energies for the week, and then I'll do a tarot reading and finally the angel oracle reading for some answers. So I've shuffled this deck and just shuffle it one more time and cut it. Okay, so the main energy of the reading is this woman. It could be you, if you're a female watching it, or it could be a very significant person within your life. So this person has got a lot of influence at this particular time. She is quite prominently around you, or it could be about you. So the situation around this woman or around you is that there's been an ending recently. It may have been something that involved changing your job with the Stork card, so an ending of a job, and you've had to make that ending, make a decision about this job that has led to the ending of it. So you've actually moved on to a different phase. With this ending, there's come a lot of growth and luck. So maybe your health was suffering because of maybe this job gave you a lot of stress. You've had to end it or change direction completely. It's now brought in a lot of maybe happiness, luck. It could have been a financial gain associated with that ending. You may have had a payout, but it's definitely improved your health. So your health has improved by ending that situation. And with this improvement of health, you've now you've got a new beginning coming in. You're having a lot. I think you're a bit more relaxed with this card, which is the child card. So you're feeling a bit more relaxed, a bit more light-hearted. You've had, you've been able to communicate more with your friends. You've got a lot more time for that, and maybe you're beginning to enjoy your home life, your house, your security, your family a bit more after you have brought this ending in, it seems like this decision that you have made. Even though it was a decision to let go of a job, it seems to have been something, maybe you had to make a choice about whether you wanted to continue working or you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad. You wanted to spend more time within your environment. So you've made this decision, this choice, and it has improved your overall outlook. It's made you feel better, and it's brought a lot more luck, more health, more time for fun. Maybe you're spending more time now with your children, getting to communicate with your children a bit more because you've decided to stay at home or spend more time in your homestead with these children. So it's energy that's quite calm, and it's much more lighter. It's much lighter than maybe the stress that you had that this particular job gave you. It's good that you're now taking a lot more time to watch your children grow, a new time for this new beginning, and it's nice that this new luck and security with this house is coming in. So that was, in your situation, quite a favorable decision for you to make. So that is the energy of that week. A decision made, or trying to make a decision. So this is the tarot reading. So I have shuffled these cards as well. And let's see what the messages are. So I'm going to just cut this deck. Okay. Right. The main energy of this card is, if it's in the upright, it's really a stable situation. A lot of happiness, and it's almost, it seems like a very perfectly stable, happy home. This card is the marriage card within the deck. But in reverse, this could be a card where, this could be a situation where, a happy home has broken up. A situation where there was happiness and stability has now ended. And, there's a lot of instability. There's not, the joy has really gone out of the situation. So this might be an energy where there's been a divorce, a breakup of family, a splitting of a family. So that's what seems to be going through this card. And in the last 3 months or so, there's been, you've got the Chariot card here, which shows that you've been having a lot of difficulty trying to steer this relationship into the direction you want it to. You've been feeling out of control. You have lost your determination to do anything. Maybe nothing is going the way you want it to go. Maybe you had plans and nothing has been going according to the way you want it to go. This is the Cancer. The card is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer rules the home life. So this card is also upside down. So the Four of Wands is in the reverse and the Chariot is in the reverse, which shows that there is some sort of breakup of this family situation that you had, and you obviously had no control over it. I think you probably tried very, very hard to rescue it, but it didn't work out. And maybe now, recently, you have come to realize that, this was something I couldn't control. I didn't have any control over it. And so, it was a situation that brought a lot of loss and separation and anxiety and feeling alone and feeling miserable. But now you've decided, is enough is enough. And you're moving away from that energy. So you're coming to accept what has happened, and you've decided, it's time to move on. So what's happening with you at the moment is the Page of Cups, which says, it's in the reverse. So if anybody's giving you any kind of offers or emotional support or anything that has got to do with emotion, you're not accepting it. You're not accepting any sort of gifts, any messages, or anything to do with that. You really, I think, have been far too hurt to accept anything from anybody, and it's like almost like you're going to go it alone, and you're going to do it on your terms, which is quite reasonable. Now they have the World card crossing it, which means that that particular cycle that you were going through in your family life is now at an end. It's finished. That stage is over. You've got to close that chapter of your book and start a new one. And with the World card here, you have got what you need. You're not going to take much out of it. After the World card comes the Fool card. So the Fool leaves a situation with nothing except the experiences that he has, and goes and starts something new, a new beginning. So this is the beginning of a new beginning, the World card. And you are not accepting any kind of emotional support from anybody. I think you feel like, maybe whatever anybody tells you is always going to be lies. So you've decided to just not accept that. And you've got the Three of Hearts in reverse, and Three of Swords in reverse, which says that, there was a breakup, there was a situation, a separation, there was loss. It was so much of pain and grief associated with it. But now the card is in reverse, saying that you are moving away from that, those feelings. I mean, people say that this is a card indicating there was probably a threesome, but if it wasn't that way, then you are coming out of that energy, that very negative energy. The grief is finally lifting. You want to make a decision, but at the moment, I suppose you don't. You really can't do that. You're stuck. You haven't made a choice about what you want to do and what you want to pick. So that energy seems to be, really blocked. Um, a good thing is to stand back, look at it. You make a decision out of love, and the love should be for yourself. So whatever decision you make it out of the love for yourself. And if you decide to move on, make it based on love for yourself, not based on love for anybody else. Um, and allow yourself time to heal, because this card is the Lover's card, but it's also a healing card, and you should heal first before you make any kind of big decisions. Now, in your environment or things happening around you, there was a tower situation where there was a complete breakdown of the structure that you were in. In other words, whatever emotional structures you built up, maybe physical structures, there was something that happened that completely broke through all that you had built up, and maybe you lost everything. Maybe you've lost your family home, or you've lost your family. Maybe you've had to give up things, but it came unexpectedly. It came out from the blue, and it really turned your world upside down. And you really, I think at this point, you don't know where you're going. You have no plans to do anything. And the tower usually comes into a situation when we ourselves can't make the decision to move out of that situation, or we don't see that the situation is bad for us, and we keep going. We keep thinking that we can repair this and repair that, and the tower comes along and it says, no, that cannot be repaired. If you try and repair it, you will never grow from it. So the tower comes in to bring growth. It comes to bring rebirth. So this tower card was probably necessary to get you out of, maybe you were in a relationship that was not very, very good for you. Now you're worried about, rebuilding things and rebuilding your life, and you feel that maybe you've lost too much to actually start rebuilding. But you have to put those fears aside. These are things that you need to deal with, and you have to put those fears aside. So the final outcome speaks about, the Eight of Cups reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Swords. I haven't spoken about this page, which is the card that's on your mind. It's the Page of Wands, but it's in the reverse. So it is saying that on your mind, you do have a plan. You want to put things in motion, but you are feeling a bit blocked on how to go about doing it. You want somebody to give you some sort of advice, some sort of message on how to go about doing it. And that's something that's being on your mind. You probably want to seek some advice from somebody. So the final outcome is the Eight of Cups reversed says that you want to move away from these emotions. But sometimes when you have very strong emotions, it's very difficult to move away quickly, especially if whatever happened is so recent. And, people can be a bit callous by saying, oh, just get on with it. So you do need time to heal before you make your decision on where you want to go. And this shows that you do want to leave the situation, but you are feeling a bit blocked at this particular moment. You want to start over again. But the Wheel of Fortune is there, and this says that there will be a turn of events. This was a turning point in your life. There will be a turn of events that is in your favor, because this is a positive card, and things will happen that will push you towards where you need to be. And it will be, some luck coming into your life that will steer you in the direction that you need to be. And it'll be easy to get into that direction. It won't be something that you have to fight against or fight for. So maybe once this Wheel of Fortune comes in, you'll be able to make this move away from that situation that you are in, from that emotional hurt. These cups are all empty, so you were feeling very unfulfilled, very unloved. But this Wheel of Fortune will come in. It's a positive card, and steer you in the direction that you need to go in. Also, you're having a lot of anxious nights. You may be feeling a lot of torment, stress, not sleeping, thinking about what had happened, going over it in your mind. Try and relax. Try and find something to do. Maybe do some meditation. Some of these things that make your mind relax, and allow you to get rid of things that are stressful. And if you can't achieve that with it, it might be a good idea to speak to somebody that you trust, or even if you don't know anybody, ask, try and get some advice or some counseling. So this is the readings. This was the general tarot reading, and I'll just grab some oracle advice cards for you. So, Archangel Michael, can we have a reading for Aries? For come down. For Aries. Go and sit down. Sit. For Aries, for I'm just going to put my cat down. Can we have some cards for Aries? Oh, Lord. Okay. He's blessing your reading. Okay, so the first card is the Four of Abundance, and it says that it's time to reflect upon your relationship with money. Are you spending too freely, or are you holding on too tightly? This can also relate to how you give yourself to others. Is your heart open, or are you holding back? Your hard work and wise investments will be granted great success. So, look and see if you can, maybe give up some of your time. Helping others helps you heal. That's what I'm trying to say. So maybe by helping others or giving your time, you will be distracted from your hurt, and you'll feel yourself healing, because that's what you need to do. You need to heal. So the next card is Guardian of Action. It's time for you to step up and be a leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun, so move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. So, Aries is a natural sign of leadership. It's a sign that is the first sign in the zodiac, and they are, born leaders. And maybe by focusing on something that allows these leadership skills to come through, you will be able to move away from a situation where you were stressed and, where all these things happen to you, and you'll be able to get over it. So refocusing your energy into something positive will bring out, a positive result and allow you to move forward. And embrace those around you. This is a time for great spiritual growth. Making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try new ideas. So really, you need to look around you for people to support you, and sometimes, as they say, you might need to go back to your traditional beliefs to find that which gives you spiritual support. It gives you emotional support, mental support. It might be in values that you used to have. Maybe you've gotten them along the way, but looking into those are the things, you go back into your soul to find your strength to get you through a bad period. And like I said, you've been worrying quite a bit over here with this Nine of Swords, but the Wheel of Fortune is about to turn and bring some luck into your life, and you are moving away from these negative energies. If you look, a lot of cards are reversed here, which says that you are moving away from these energies that have kept you back, and you will overcome the situation. So I hope this reading resonated with you. Please excuse my kitty from walking all over your cards. I think it's just blessed your reading, like I said. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.